So in this video, I'm going to make the comparisons between the Extreme 2 on AC power and the Extreme 2 on battery power. So there's been a big question, how much difference does it make? First of all, we've obviously seen how much louder does it go in AC, and does it change the sound in any way? Also, how does it compare to the Extreme 1 on AC? Because of course then they're both 40 watts, but on battery power it's 20 watts, 30 watts. And that really is correct. It really is louder on battery, Extreme 1, than the Extreme 2. So I'm going to cover as much as I can, and it's really focused on at maximum. What happens at maximum? How do they compare at maximum? What's the bass like? How does it change the speaker? But at the end I'll also throw in a comparison at lower volume. So at midway, 50% volumes, a straight on AC, pulling out the plug. On battery power, what's the difference? Because anyone who's had the Extreme 1 will know, on the Extreme 1, stick the AC plug in and suddenly you've got a bit more body to the sound. So the AC added body to the sound. Is it the same story on the Extreme 2? And by the way, a quick teaser for possible upcoming videos. I've now got a pair of Extreme 2s. So I couldn't help myself. I've got a pair and I'm gonna see how much I enjoy that. At the end of the day, you know, not least because although it sounds pretty decent at 20 watts, obviously it's a bit underpowered 20 watts. So you're back to 40 watts with two of them, albeit it comes at a price. Anyway, that's for a later video. So these are my clips comparing the Extreme 1 and the Extreme 2 AC battery power. What is the overall picture? Is it the same as before, adding more body? How much louder does it go? Does it make a big difference? So these are my example clips.
Baby, you're the one I love, yeah. The queen of my heart, the light of my soul. You're more precious than anything. I don't need diamonds, nor the finest gold. Darling, I cherish you, and I confess my gratitude. Baby, you're the one I love, yeah. The queen of my heart, the light of my soul. You're more precious than anything. I don't need diamonds, nor the finest gold. Darling, I cherish you, and I confess my gratitude. clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. Baby, you're the one I love, yeah. The queen of my heart, the light of my soul. You're more precious than anything. I don't need diamonds, nor the finest gold. Darling, I cherish you, and I confess my gratitude. Baby, you're the one I love, yeah. The queen of my heart, the light of my soul. You're more precious than anything. I don't need diamonds, nor the finest gold. Darling, I cherish you, and I confess my gratitude. Silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
So really interesting to look at the graphs of the Extreme 1 and Extreme 2 on battery against AC power. The Extreme 2 on battery, Extreme 2 on AC power. The first thing that strikes me is almost identical sound curve. There's almost no difference, and the only real difference, apart from going 3 decibels louder, going from battery to AC power, exactly in line with what you'd expect when you double the power, the real difference is just that you're getting that fall off in the lower bass. It's quite a dramatic fall off in lower bass. You basically got your bass peak in line with your mid peaks. When you go to full power AC, it's now well below the bass. The low bass is now well below the mid peaks. And that really is the difference between AC and battery. It's not giving you more body. You can see that. It's almost identical. It's just that after that 20 watts, you start to get the big fall off in the bass. However, it's holding its sound pretty consistent. And you're still getting some bass. It's not like the bass has gone. It's just that compared to battery, full power and AC, 3 decibels louder, the flip side of that is you lose in your lower bass. Now, Extreme 1 battery, Extreme 1 AC was a much bigger difference. First thing that strikes you, don't forget you're only going from 30 watts to 40 watts this time. And yet there's a big change in the sound curve. Going to AC power does give you more body. There is that difference that isn't there with the Extreme 2. The other big difference is you've got that massive upper bass punch, you know, around the 75 hertz when you go maximum on battery. And it's well above your mid peaks because it's well boosted, but it's still almost in line with the mid peaks when you go to AC power. So big difference between the Extreme 1 and the Extreme 2 on 40 watts full AC power is you still retain a lot more punch on the Extreme 1 that you're not getting on the Extreme 2. The big thing about the Extreme 2, that lower bass, you're losing that benefit as you go to AC power, whereas you still retain a punch on the Extreme 1. But the other side of that is the Extreme 2, you can say you're getting a full-bodied sound even on battery because there's no difference in the body of the sound between battery and AC, whereas on the Extreme 1, more body when you went to AC power. So if you directly compare Extreme 2 and Extreme 1 on AC power, the difference is a bit less than when you listen on battery, because the Extreme 1 on AC now having more body compares a bit more now with the Extreme 2. And it still retains the punch that is not there on the, or is there less than the Extreme 1 on the Extreme 2. So the difference between the Extreme 2 and Extreme 1 on AC power is less obvious, less dramatic than it is when you're comparing them on battery. So on battery, Extreme 1 to the Extreme 2 obviously having a smoother by comparison sound curve. It's less obviously boosted. You know, it's not a flat frequency response by any stretch of the imagination. However, it's more listenable at lower levels indoors because of the less obvious boost, because you've got it getting more of a balanced sound across the spectrum. And that's on battery. So the difference between battery, Extreme 1, Extreme 2 is bigger than the difference between Extreme 1, Extreme 2 on AC power. So the question is, do you use it mostly on battery or on AC power? If you've already got an Extreme 1 and you're going to use it on AC power mostly, it's not going to be that much of a difference between that and the Extreme 2, and you're going to have more bass punch on the Extreme 1. So that was a big surprise to me, really, that at maximum, sticking the Extreme 2 on AC made no difference to the sound curve. It's still exactly the same, even though there's a big difference between battery power maximum is 20 watts, AC maximum is 40 watts. It's not the 50 watts, which people are still questioning that they originally said. It's definitely 40 watts, and it's clearly 40 watts because even on AC, it doesn't go quite as loud as the old Extreme 1. Obviously, part of that is down to the fact that it's got a bigger boost in the bass. So obviously, that's going to help it go a bit louder. Doesn't mean to say overall, if everything was equal, it would be louder. But the big size surprise was, whereas the Extreme 1, big change on from going from battery to AC. Made no difference at all going from battery to AC, other than obviously it goes a lot louder. So the only question remaining is, well, that's at maximum. And by the way, I should point out, before anyone asks, these tests were done on a fully charged Extreme 2. So fully charged, and then I put it on AC power. Now, I did do the following test because it was clear to me it doesn't add body, but to be sure I needed to play it at a lower volume where it didn't really need the AC to go any louder. So at 50% volume, it's a comparison between the AC power and the battery. And is there any change or not? Does it give it more body? So I took an average across 6 tracks just to make sure that what I was hearing and seeing was absolutely correct. And across 6 varied tracks, the result is absolutely identical. When you switch between battery and AC, all that happens is on AC it gets a little bit louder. Obviously once you go past the 20 watts point, it gets a lot louder. But as far as AC adding any more to the sound or changing it anyway, it doesn't. It's absolutely identical. Amazingly so, to be quite honest. So I'm just demonstrating that it's not something to do with playing it at full volume. So this is at 45% volume and then normalize the tracks to be as close as sound as possible. It's absolutely identical. So there was no point in playing you 6 example tracks because there would be no difference between them. So it's freakily consistent along the sound curve, I have to say, with or without battery, it's exactly the same. Whereas big difference on the Extreme 2. The good news about the AC though is that it's very easy. It's not fiddly at all. Whereas it was fiddly on the old one, on the old Extreme 1 with the flap. It was a bit fiddly to get the AC lead in there and have it dangling or whatever, because it comes in at an angle. So you're not saying it was easy to do all the time, whereas with the Extreme 2 it's no problem. So easy to leave it in AC mode. The flap is a nice little flap now. Obviously they've had to overhaul it because it goes from showerproof to waterproof. Waterproof as in up to 30 minutes at 1 meter. But that is a nice flap and it doesn't interfere in any way in normal use. So they go straight in there, and when you're finished, just pull it out, flat back up. So that's pretty easy. So I hope that answers the question a lot of people have been asking. And you know, I was wondering just what is the difference on battery and AC. And obviously the big difference is it goes a lot louder, but it doesn't change the sound in any way at all. So I hope that has answered that question. And in a future video, I'm going to be doing some comparisons with a pair of them against a single. Obviously, it's great when you can separate them. And the thing that I've noted that I've quite liked about the Extreme 2 is that I can use it at lower volume without it being completely overpowering. You know, for late night listening with neighbours, you know, it's loudish, but it's not overpowering anywhere, that bass, and it keeps its bass at a lower volume. And because it's got a very forward high end, around the 2,000 to 5,000 hertz, and it just avoids going into the sibilant area, it does make it forward and the vocals do stand out. So although you miss the mids, the lushness that you'd get with the mids, you know, and it is recessed. So, I mean, it's just actually is missing some of the mids. That is the sound tuning it at the end of the day, and it kind of works at low volume. So Look, it's not the greatest hi-fi speaker of all time, but it certainly has a niche. But to me, it's like goes alongside the Stream 1, makes the Extreme 1 look good value now. It's like nearly half the price, 150, and this is 250 with the 10% off that JBL are freely giving you if you get the voucher code. It does have that nice JBL cylindrical, you know, it'll take a battering kind of form factor, which I really like. It's just a shame I can't quite handhold that in one hand, so you can't quite do that with two hands. But I am getting to like it, but I do think it's a bit of a niche speaker, I have to say, but definitely has a place. So when people talk about the alternatives and in particular areas, you know, again, it's the overall usability. If you like a forward vocal, it's going to be something that certainly appeals in this particular JBL speaker. If you were someone that had two Charge 3s, you know, a single Extreme 2 at about the same price, it's a real alternative now because you get a definite forward in-your-face vocal, especially female vocals, that it was completely recessed, missing on the Charge 3. So, thank you for watching.
UK